Today we have the brand new Aston Martin DB12, and first reaction, this is a huge improvement over the DB11, especially the gorgeous front end. Still, profile is quintessential Aston Martin. It hasn't really changed a whole lot, neither has the rear end, but you walk around this car and you are absolutely in awe of what Aston Martin is still doing today. Let's take a look at these wheels and the brakes. Carbon ceramic 6-piston brakes, 275 sections up front. Look at those carbon ceramic rotors. They are absolutely massive. I love this new vent finished in carbon fiber. It looks amazing. Below the door is two side sills actually. One, as you can see, is an extension. It's carbon fiber. That's a really nice looking touch. 325 Michelin Pilot Sport 5S in the rear, which is wider and stickier than the 305 Pirellis that the squirrely DBS had. With an Aston specific compound, the DB12 should be able to put down its power better than the DBS could. It's also worth mentioning that steel brakes are standard, carbons are optional. The car looks considerably improved over the DB11, which I always thought looked a little off. The grille is larger, inspired by that of the DBS. The headlights are more aggressive. Meanwhile, the rear end is largely the same with some very minor changes, but overall a beautiful looking car. Much like the outgoing Aston Martin DBS, the DB12 offers pillars finished in carbon fiber, in addition to a carbon fiber roof panel, carbon fiber mirrors, side skirts as you saw earlier, and carbon fiber bumper inserts. But unlike the DBS, you cannot have a carbon fiber trunk, which I thought was a very neat touch. Another major change to the DB12 is that the clamshell is gone. It is now a conventional style hood or bonnet, and underneath it, here it is an AMG 4-liter V8 making 680 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. That's more than the DB11 previously offered. And look at that, this is actually front mid-engine. That engine sits just behind that front axle. Now, if you recall, the old V8 only made 528 horsepower. It felt very unfit for that car. Meanwhile, the V12, while nice, made 630. So this is considerably more powerful. And a 707 or even 770 version is within the realm of possibility for this platform. I can't even imagine what that's going to feel like. As is always the case, we've got Aston Martin swan wing doors. They still look so cool, and look at the details on this door card over here. Beautiful stitching, beautiful leather, incredible wood. Look at that interior. What a huge step up compared to the DBS that I just reviewed. The quality of materials is just as good, but it's the tech where we're going to go inside now, and it's the tech where things really start to shine. So the car right now is in demo mode, and a lot of functions are not available at the moment, but we're going to just check out what we can do. We're going to see the responsiveness of the screen. First of all, standard button layout, thank goodness. So here we have the exhaust, suspension, auto start stop, stability control. That's the shifter. You can shut off the screen if for whatever reason you are annoyed by it. That is your lane keep assist, and then you've got your parking assist options as well over there. You can turn on the backup camera, which is not available at the moment in this demo mode. These right here are amazing HVAC or AC controls for your temp and your fan speed on each side. They are metal. They feel so premium to the touch. That's not just your start stop button. That rotates. That actually changes your driving modes and your dynamics, which is a really nice touch. You can also do it, as you can see me doing it on the screen over here. You can adjust your driving modes through the infotainment unit, and it's very fast. You can individualize your driving modes. Obviously there's a wet mode in case you happen to live in a very wet area, which England is, as an example. And look at the responsiveness of the screen. It is blazingly quick. It is a massive improvement over the old Mercedes unit in the DBS. The navigation is not online yet, but as you can see, flicking around this little marker here, it's so responsive to the touch. Huge step up over previous Aston Martins. I'm just going to jump through some of these menus. Look how fast this responds and loads when you jump from menu to menu. As you can see, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both available in this car. In the vehicle settings, you have the option to check out some telemetry. Your power and torque numbers, battery voltage as well. You've got your assistance settings from parking and so forth, and driving assistance. You have the ability to customize your lighting inside the car. So obviously a very wide spectrum of light available here. And then you've got some more general vehicle settings, as you can see over here. Nothing too crazy though. And lastly, your parking settings, sound, tones, etc. Moving on to the instrument cluster, as you can see, you have a configurable high-res display that can show you a variety of options, such as your nav, phone, media, or just general trip information. The steering wheel functions relatively well, and it's very well laid out, not something insane like Ferrari's modern-day wheels. And as you can see, this display is still in demo mode, so it's not fully functional, but it can still do a couple of little things. Here, I just powered it on. This is how you adjust your drive settings by using this knob over here. On the left side of the steering wheel, you've got your cruise control settings, you've got your voice command, you've got your distance control while you're using cruise control. And on the right side of the steering wheel, you have your menu controls on the top and your audio and Bluetooth on the bottom. Just under the center console is some storage for smaller objects, probably like a cell phone. It's right by where the seat controls are. And much like the DBS, these cup holders are variable. So you've got a size for a larger or a smaller cup with the press of a button, as you can see right there. I just want to take one last look at this interior because these details are so stunning, and it's so nice to see an Aston Martin that looks beautiful inside but also has the tech to finally match all of that. You know, the DBS, when I reviewed that, the only disappointment I had with that car was how outdated the interior technology was, but today that has completely changed. Yes, the V12 is gone, and look, we've got a lid that isn't motorized anymore like the DBS's. You just pop it open, and inside you've got a pair of USBs, you got a 12 volt, some gorgeous stitching on top of it. Once again, that's the cup holder slider tray, and it's blue because it's got double-sided tape on it for some reason, or blue tape on it. Beautiful looking vents. They are not metallic like I thought they were plastic, but nonetheless still very quality looking materials. And once again, like the DB11 and the DBS, gorgeous work up here on the roof, on the headliner. Absolutely stunning stuff, and this wood never ceases to amaze me. And this glove box over here isn't particularly large. Yeah, it'll hold the booklets. That's really about it. Not much going on there. One of my absolute favorite touches in this interior are these little knobs over here. I guess technically not knobs, they're more like sliders. They are metal, they are heavy, they are tactile. That is for your AC controls. That would be your shift knob over there, and that is how you engage the car into drive, and then obviously pressing the manual button is self-explanatory. And so, if it isn't already obvious, the Aston Martin DB12 makes an incredible first impression from inside and out. The exterior has received a much needed refresh over the DB11, and it's an absolutely stunning design from every angle. The power output has increased considerably to 680 horsepower, and most importantly, the interior and tech are absolutely sensational. Having said that, check out this key. If you're an Aston Martin fan, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, like and share. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you've enjoyed this first look at the DB12.